Tell you what, there has to be something about dogs because when I saw this one as well, I thought to myself, what's the deal with dogs? I guess dogs are expensive. And some of these people that want to steal them to sell them, I guess, I mean, I got a dog, but I haven't never been like a really dog person that I know a lot of information about it. But some of these people know that some of these dogs cost a lot of money, right? So again, it doesn't feel to me when I see situations like this, definitely not a target opportunity. It's not like they're driving by and they realize that, you know what, hey, there is a garage open or a door open or anything like that. In this kind of situation, it feels to me like they're actually targeting the house. And again, by doing that, is because they did a little bit of investigation, reconnaissance, whatever you want to call it before, right? It feels to me like they know what they're doing, right? Like they knew. And again, be really careful when you post things online, right? Like if you're selling dogs and you go into Craigslist and you be like, hey, I'm selling this. People may come by to look at it, but they may come back to later on commit, some kind of criminal act, right? Like if I'm selling a motorcycle, they may come on under the idea, hey, I'm going to buy you a motorcycle. They're going to ride it. They're going to see it, but then they're scanning their house. They're seeing what kind of furniture you have. If you have good furniture, maybe they think you have money. They're seeing what kind of like things are around your house, right? What can they take from you? So again, be really careful of who you actually let inside your house. Definitely be careful about that. Something about dogs, man. That tells me that some kind of way they knew that these people have these dogs because they actually target this house. We're going to see this right now.
Houston, three men broke through a sliding door and held up the people inside as they rummaged through their belongings. They snatched up two dogs, one of them a French Bulldog valued at $4,000. Now you can get a good look at the robbers here as he drops the dog. The dog then runs after those robbers, and that's the last time it was seen.
Tells me that this is not target opportunity. They weren't driving by and they saw the door open or anything like that. They went there specifically to get this dog. So if they knew the dogs were there, at some point they made contact with this family, and at some point they probably saw the dog. They saw them walking the dogs. They maybe made contact over some type of social media, and they were interested. They asked questions about the dog because they knew that the dogs were that expensive, and they target the house based on that. So with that being said, be really careful. If you are a person that sells goods, that sells dogs, that sells whatever, you running a garage sale out of your house or something crazy, right? A lot of people do that for extra cash nowadays where they go into different places and they buy stuff and then they resell it. Nothing wrong with that. Obviously, you make some money doing that and that's great, right? We got to make a living. Everything is so expensive. But be careful on the people that is coming to your house. If you have somebody coming into your house to see a dog or to see this or to see that, be prepared. You don't know these people. And if you can meet him at different places or different locations, do that. A while ago, had to be over a year or so ago, I sold a lens, right? A lens that I had here for the Canon 80D was like $700. It was really good lens for taking pictures and all that. We told the guy to meet us up at the gas station, right? A gas station that was like well lighted, that there were people around, that there were a lot of, in case something happened, a lot of people around there that could provide us help and things like that. So again, I wasn't like, hey, come to my house. I don't know you, do. I don't want you to come to my house. I don't know who you're going to come here with. I don't know what your plan is, right? So tell people, hey, meet me at a gas station that you know that is a really good gas station, right? Not a crappy one with the lights off, right? You're in Texas and think this is Texas, meet up at a Bucky. If you're in Florida, meet up at a racetrack because there are a lot of lights, there's a lot of people, and don't do it at 1 o'clock in the morning. Do it where there's people there, right? So again, people are being targeted, good people, because they want to take your stuff. So again, you got to be prepared. We've been talking about home defense, so you got to be prepared to face a bad guy, right? But this is one of the reasons why I continue to say that the Second Amendment is important, because every single day, good people are defending themselves against bad people. Every single day. It happens every day. People use guns to protect their families and protect their life every single day, right? And for whatever reason, the only thing that comes in the news is the bad things. But they don't like to cover when the good guys defend themselves with a firearm, right? Because that kind of like, speak good about the Second Amendment. So again, this is why you have to have the Second Amendment in place. This is why you need to make sure that gun rights are in place, because you never know. You never know when something's going to happen, and you got to protect yourself. And the more laws that you put in place, I just told this to somebody that I love. I said, the more laws that you put in place, they're not going to do anything because criminals do not follow the law. So you keep putting laws that is going to prevent good people from protecting themselves from crazy attacks like this one. right? The bad guys are going to continue to do bad guy things because that's what they do. Good people are jumping to, difficult times, paying a crazy amount of money to exercise the Second Amendment right because they just want to protect themselves. Shouldn't be that way. That's why I'm pretty happy about, Florida and constitutional carry coming up whenever that day is going to be, right? Because we don't need to pay more money to carry our guns. We really don't. So, again, that's pretty much it.